As we contemplate the sun, we are aware of its enormous power and the energy it emanates throughout our solar system. It is hard to imagine anything capable of surpassing our sun. Yet beyond our own star lies a cosmic wonder that makes even the mightiest solar giants seem insignificant in comparison. VY Canis Majoris, the red supergiant, defies explanation with its enormous diameter, irregular pulsations, and unpredictable behavior. The star is an enigma to scientists, who are still studying its power and potential. As they investigate this magnificent star in depth, they have discovered something terrifying. Join us on this journey as we dwell into the constellation Orion with the James Webb Telescope and explore how its arrival could change our understanding of the universe and its impact on the cosmos. If you're interested in keeping up to date with news from the universe and its surroundings, subscribe to our channel. Be sure to like this video and turn on the notification bell. Although many people are unaware of this fact, it is possible to spot VY Canis Majoris in the night sky during the winter months in the Northern Hemisphere. Just look up at the sky and focus on the constellation Orion and Canis Major to see this dazzling star in all its splendor. There, you can easily locate the reddish-orange star that marks the upper left corner of the rectangular shape of the constellation. The star is one of the largest and brightest in the night sky, making it difficult to miss. However, if you have looked closely at this star, you will have noticed that it does not remain constant. In fact, it varies in brightness periodically. This peculiarity is no coincidence since VY Canis Majoris, as the star is called, is no ordinary star. Although to us it may appear just one more in the vast firmament, it is located at a distance of more than 640 light-years from us. At first glance, this figure may not seem impressive, but in reality, it represents an enormous distance. To illustrate this magnitude, let's imagine that we could travel at the speed of light, which unfortunately is not possible. Even in that hypothetical scenario, it would take us more than 640 years to reach VY Canis Majoris. If we wanted to undertake such a journey in a spacecraft, even using our most advanced technologies, it would take us more than 12 billion years to reach it. This figure far exceeds the entire history of human civilization on Earth. However, the scarcity of light from VY Canis Majoris is not only due to the distance that separates us from it. VY Canis Majoris is what is known as a pulsating red supergiant, which means that it is an ancient, massive star that undergoes expansions and contractions. During these cycles, its brightness can vary in the night sky, becoming more intense or dimmer. These brightness changes can occur over extended periods, ranging from tens to hundreds of days. The amazing thing is that VY Canis Majoris can oscillate in brightness over a wide range. It can range from a near magnitude of 0.5 to reach a magnitude of 0, making it extremely bright. These changes follow cycles, with the shortest being 185 days and the longest being 2,335 days. At certain times, VY Canis Majoris can become quite faint, which is called its V-band magnitude. In February 2021, it was reported to present its lowest V-band magnitude in a long time, reaching a magnitude of plus 1.614. Although it's relatively bright, it is definitely fainter than how we usually observe it. However, brightness is not the only outstanding feature of the star. VY Canis Majoris is known for its distinctive reddish color, which is due to its cool surface, with a temperature of about 3,500 Kelvin. This temperature is much lower than the surface of our Sun, which reaches 5,500 Kelvin. This lower temperature means that VY Canis Majoris emits much less energy per unit area compared to the Sun. That is why, despite being one of the largest stars we know, it appears much dimmer. VY Canis Majoris is like that giant that is satisfied with a low profile and doesn't need to show off its size to feel important. However, don't be fooled by her appearance. VY Canis Majoris is a supergiant star that is about 20 times the mass of our Sun. This is one of the reasons why this star has been the subject of numerous studies over the centuries. It has been a prominent object in the night sky and was first identified by the ancient Greek astronomer Hipparchus. His name in Arabic means Orion's armpit. Although not much could be known about VY Canis Majoris at the time, modern telescopes have enabled researchers to study this phenomenon in greater detail. By analyzing the light emitted by VY Canis Majoris, Astronomers have been able to determine many of its properties, such as its size, temperature, and composition. The Hubble Space Telescope, for example, has provided detailed images of VY Canis Majoris' surface, revealing intricate patterns of gas and dust. These observations have allowed researchers to create models to understand the star's behavior and predict its future evolution. VY Canis Majoris has also been studied using the Atacama Large Millimeter/Submillimeter Array, ALMA, a state-of-the-art observatory located in Chile. ALMA has provided high-resolution images of the surface of VY Canis Majoris, revealing details about its structure and behavior. One of the most remarkable discoveries made by ALMA is the presence of an extensive plume of gas extending from the surface of the star. This plume is believed to be caused by pulsations from VY Canis Majoris. These pulsations can be explained by a process called convection, which involves the rising of hot gas and the sinking of cold gas. This motion creates waves that travel through the star's atmosphere, causing it to expand and contract. Thanks to the Hubble Space Telescope, detailed images of VY Canis Majoris' surface have also been obtained, revealing intricate patterns of gas and dust. These observations have allowed researchers to create models to understand the star's behavior and predict how it might behave in the future. In addition, VY Canis Majoris' surface is marked by dark spots, also known as star spots or magnetic spots. These areas on the star's surface exhibit particularly strong magnetic intensity. These regions, known as star spots, are areas on the surface of VY Canis Majoris that are cooler. This is because the star's magnetic field inhibits the flow of gas from the interior to the surface, creating a cooling effect. As a result, the spots appear darker compared to the rest of the surface. VY Canis Majoris' magnetic field is believed to be thousands of times stronger than that of the Sun. This intense magnetic field causes the gas on the surface of the star to be trapped in loops or arcs, describing regions of intense magnetic activity that are visible as star spots. It is important to mention that the presence of star spots is not unique to VY Canis Majoris, as they are also observed in other stars, including our own Sunday. The star spots in VY Canis Majoris are especially interesting because of their size. They are several times larger than Earth and cover up to 20% of the star's surface, which is significantly larger and more numerous than the sunspots on the Sun. These star spots can affect the overall brightness of the star and cause variations as the spots move in and out of view. VY Canis Majoris' brightness can fluctuate. This is because the spots, being cooler, emit less light than the surrounding gas, which contributes to changes in the observed brightness of the star. In the case of VY Canis Majoris, pulsations of the star also contribute to the brightness variations. As the star expands and contracts, star spots move in and out of view, further amplifying the star's observed brightness. The surprising thing is that VY Canis Majoris is not as unique as one might think. While there are not many stars like it, there are some that share certain similarities and are equally fascinating. One of VY Canis Majoris' cosmic cousins is Antares, a red supergiant located in the constellation Scorpius. Antares is also a variable star, meaning that it undergoes changes in brightness over time, just like VY Canis Majoris. In addition, Antares has a mass approximately 12 times that of the Sun and a radius that is 700 times that of the Sun. So, it's safe to say that Antares is no slouch in terms of size. VY Canis Majoris, with its colossal size and unique characteristics, holds the fascination of astronomers and scientists around the world. Despite its position as one of the largest and most luminous stars known to humanity, VY Canis Majoris has yet to reach the end of its fascinating story. As a red supergiant star, its life cycle has captivated researchers who are eager to understand more about the life, death, and rebirth of stars in this category. The mysteries surrounding VY Canis Majoris offer a glimpse into a process that has shaped the universe for billions of years. One of the primary reasons for the intense interest in VY Canis Majoris is its eventual fate. Like all stars, VY Canis Majoris is bound by the natural forces of gravity, nuclear fusion, and time. Being a red supergiant, VY Canis Majoris has already passed through the main sequence stage of its life. During this time, it fused hydrogen into helium in its core, creating immense energy. However, as the hydrogen in the core of the star began to deplete, the star underwent a dramatic expansion, increasing its size dramatically. This massive expansion and the subsequent cooling of the star's outer layers are what give Vy Canis Majoris its reddish color. The star's core, however, is undergoing processes that are quite different from its outer layers. Inside the core, the fusion of heavier elements such as helium and carbon is ongoing, but this process is much less efficient than the fusion of hydrogen. As a result, Vy Canis Majoris cannot maintain its stability forever. In the coming millions of years, Vy Canis Majoris will reach a critical stage in its life cycle. The balance between the outward pressure from nuclear fusion and the inward pull of gravity, which has kept the star stable for billions of years, will begin to falter. As the star exhausts its fuel, the core will collapse, causing a tremendous increase in temperature. This could trigger a supernova, a massive explosion that will release more energy than our sun has emitted over its entire lifespan. The aftermath of such an event will be far-reaching. Vy Canis Majoris will likely leave behind either a black hole or a neutron star, depending on the exact conditions and the star's final mass. A supernova explosion would also scatter heavy elements like iron, nickel, and other elements throughout space, enriching the interstellar medium and potentially providing the building blocks for future generations of stars, planets, and even life. The potential supernova of Vy Canis Majoris raises an intriguing question. When might this occur? Given the star's vast distance from Earth, even if the explosion were to happen tomorrow, it wouldn't be seen for over 600 years. Astronomers believe that stars in the red supergiant phase can remain stable for anywhere from a few million to several hundred million years. This means that while Vy Canis Majoris is in the final stages of its life, it still has considerable time left before the inevitable explosion. What's particularly interesting is that Vy Canis Majoris might already be in the process of shedding its outer layers. Over the past few decades, astronomers have noticed significant mass loss from the star, as the outer layers of gas are blown away by powerful stellar winds. These winds are not only a sign of the star's impending demise, but they also contribute to the creation of planetary nebulae and other structures. The matter lost by the star will eventually join the interstellar medium, enriching the material that future stars can form from. In the grand scheme of things, Vy Canis Majoris offers a perfect example of the cosmic life cycle. Stars like our Sun, which are far smaller, go through similar stages but at a much quicker pace. However, the sheer size and luminosity of Vy Canis Majoris allow scientists to study this process on a grander scale, offering insights into the future of other large stars throughout the universe. One of the most fascinating aspects of studying Vy Canis Majoris is how it has been able to survive so long in its current form. Typically, stars of such massive size burn through their fuel at an incredibly rapid pace. Their lives are short-lived, often lasting only a few million years compared to the Sun's expected lifespan of around 10 billion years. However, the fact that Vy Canis Majoris is still around and relatively stable suggests that stars of this size may have more complex mechanisms to prolong their existence. Further investigation into Vy Canis Majoris's outer layers has revealed that these processes are still active today. Researchers have used advanced techniques like interferometry to observe the surface of the star in greater detail than ever before. These methods have helped scientists gain insights into the star's behavior and its interaction with the surrounding space environment. Additionally, studying red supergiants like Vy Canis Majoris has broadened our understanding of stellar physics. For example, the study of the star's pulsations and brightness variations has led to new discoveries about the inner workings of such massive stars. Astronomers can now better predict how these stars will behave in the future, and even simulate their evolutionary paths based on current observations. The study of stars like Vy Canis Majoris is not just about understanding one individual object, though. It provides insight into the broader processes that govern stellar evolution. For example, many of the chemical elements that are necessary for life as we know it were created in the hearts of stars like Vy Canis Majoris. When these stars explode as supernovae, they scatter these elements across space, and they eventually become part of new stars, planets, and even life forms. In addition to their role in creating new stars, Supernovae also have an important influence on the structure of galaxies. The shock waves produced by these explosions can trigger the formation of new stars by compressing nearby clouds of gas and dust. This process can give rise to new generations of stars, continuing the cycle of creation and destruction that has been ongoing since the beginning of the universe. Given VY Canis Majoris' significant mass and immense luminosity, it has likely gone through multiple phases of mass loss throughout its life. Its evolution has been shaped by factors such as its proximity to neighboring stars, its rotation rate, and even the presence of magnetic fields. These factors have contributed to the star's distinctive characteristics, and understanding them gives us valuable insight into how massive stars evolve. As for the broader implications of studying stars like VY Canis Majoris, there is still much to be learned. New technology, such as next-generation space telescopes and observatories, will allow astronomers to continue observing and analyzing the star in greater detail. For instance, the upcoming James Webb Space Telescope is expected to provide unprecedented views of the star and its surroundings, offering even more data that will help scientists refine their models of stellar evolution. As we continue to observe and study VY Canis Majoris, we can be certain that new discoveries will continue to emerge. Every observation brings us one step closer to understanding not only the life cycle of individual stars, but also the larger cosmic forces that shape the universe itself. In this way, the story of VY Canis Majoris is not just the story of one star. It is part of the broader, ongoing narrative of the cosmos. The more we learn about this remarkable red supergiant, the more we come to understand about the universe and our place within it. VY Canis Majoris is an object that stands at the intersection of wonder and mystery. It is a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the incredible forces that shape it. In the future, its fate will undoubtedly continue to inspire scientists, offering both answers and new questions as we seek to understand the universe's deepest secrets. Whether or not VY Canis Majoris has already exploded, one thing is certain. The story of this incredible star is far from over. Now, what do you think? Do you think VY Canis Majoris has already exploded, and it's just a matter of time before we see it in our skies?